Ladies and gentlemen, Teague Hayes, everybody. Teague Hayes.
Thank you, Clint Warren, ladies and gentlemen. All right, yeah. Stand-up comedy. Oh, boy, I love it. I'm a big fan of it. I love performing stand-up comedy. It's a unique perspective on society from behind the microphone. I see everyone. Every demographic of people I see. You know, it's social background, geographic, economic. I see everybody behind the microphone. Not at the same show, of course. You know, God forbid anyone actually commune anymore. You know, society is compartmentalized, as is stand-up comedy. A month ago, I did 3 shows in a row. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, back to back to back. And the first show I did was in the industrial part of town. I did a show at an artist loft for the hipster alternative safe space humor performance. And then, that's my life. And then the next night, I'm downtown at the hip hop club for the Urban Comedy Jam. And then I close out the weekend on Saturday. I did the Elks Lodge in Cameron, Missouri. Let's just say there were a lot of red hats. Yeah, I really rounded the bases that weekend. At the Elks Lodge, before I go on, the producer of the show, he comes up to me. He's one of these people, he likes to poke you when he's talking. He's mad about something, not at me, but he's poking me. Right, he's like, hey, don't worry about that politically correct crap here. I don't care about that. I was like, okay. And he keeps on with the poking. He's like, no one is gonna tell us what we can and cannot say. I'm like, okay. Any chance I can get paid before the rally breaks out? You know, like, hey. Just in case there's a hasty exit in my future, you know? And just to show how much people don't even know, like, what they want or what they're talking about, the same guy, Mr. No One's Gonna Tell Us, the same guy, moments later, says to me, yeah, but there's gonna be children in there, so maybe watch your language. Clang! Let me see if I got this straight. I can be as racist as I want, as long as I keep it clean. Is this what we're doing here? Some people are just looking to get angry. I had a guy one time, he actually said this out loud. You want me to teach you some manners? I didn't even know that was a real thing. I thought that was like just in the movies. You want me to teach you some manners? Why is it the people who offer to teach you manners never seem to be graduates of the charm school? I was like, you know what? Yeah. I do want you to teach me some manners. He's like, okay, we'll put on this blue blazer and these white gloves and meet me out back by the dumpster. I go out back by the dumpster. He's got a fine dining setup. He's got the white linen, the crystal, the fine china. He's like, okay, now despite popular belief, it's all right to put your elbows on the table as long as there ain't nothing in front of you. I was like, well, I didn't know that. Holy crap, this guy is teaching me manners. Then he proceeded to beat the holy hell out of me. It's like, wait a minute. Divisive times, that's what we're living in. Divisive times. So divisive, in fact, that right now, at least half of you are thinking to yourself, it's pronounced divisive, you stupid idiot. That's what I'm talking about. There's a war going on out there. There's a war going on between the millennials and the baby boomers. Which seems, to me, this seems like such an obvious example of social media causing trouble where it doesn't need to be. Because, I mean, outside of, like, Facebook or Twitter, where exactly are millennials and baby boomers even crossing paths? Are they going to the same bingo games? Are Grandma and Grandpa going down to San Diego this summer for Comic-Con? Is this happening? In the Great War between the millennials and the boomers, I choose to make fun of the baby boomers more, because I'm not as afraid of them. What can I say? I'm not quite as scared of a 75-year-old with a bad hip as I am of a 25-year-old with a bad jujitsu instructor. You know what I mean? It's like, let me get this straight. You've got some of the skill and none of the discipline. This will be great. That's the... And also, by the way, what have we let happen in our society? Like this mixed martial arts, UFC stuff has gotten way too popular with way too many of the wrong kind of people. It's like belligerent, aggressive jerks weren't already a problem. Great news, everyone. Now they're training. They're cutting weight. I can't even outrun them anymore. I gotta start exercising just to get away from these guys. Oh. You got the millennials and the boomers going at each other. I'm Generation X. I'm sitting in the middle, keeping my mouth shut like, oh, geez. It's just a matter of time before they come after us. Because it's all about us. That's what we thought too, millennials. That's what the baby boomers thought before all of us, right? Every generation thinks they're cool. It's called being young. Then you throw a couple decades of hindsight on there, and woof, that's an eye-opener. Milli Vanilli? Was that us? We did that? Milli Vanilli? The baby boomers had the monkeys, you know. The millennials, I guess, an equivalent like the Jonas Brothers. The Jonas Brothers. By the way, the Jonas Brothers are on a reunion tour. Reunion tour. Congratulations, millennials. You're officially old. When your bands start going on reunion tours, it's over. You're finished. We're starting up a whole new decade. We got a whole fresh crop of young people where we can all crap on together. Join us. One of us. I'll tell you one thing I do like about baby boomers. They tend to stay out of your business. Like, I've never had a baby boomer ask me who I voted for. And I think that's because, you know, after you've voted enough times, regrets, I've had a few, you know. See, but millennials haven't voted for the wrong thing enough times. They haven't been humbled, you know. They'll come right out, who did you vote for? Who did you vote for? Can you be more specific? Look at me, I'm old as hell. I voted like 1 million times in my life. I don't remember most of them. Oh, and I'm sorry. I don't remember who I voted for to be city comptroller in 1998. But I know I voted for somebody. Because I care, damn it. Let it begin with me. I'll tell you who I'd like to vote for. Oh, if only they would run. They're not going to, but it would be a landslide victory. Because everyone agrees on this person. Of course, I'm talking about sports broadcaster Joe Buck. No. I'm aware that not all of you know who Joe Buck is. But I'm also aware that all of you who do know agree that you can't stand that guy. I've never seen this kind of consensus. It's unanimous. People who love Donald Trump and hate Barack Obama, and people who hate Donald Trump and love Barack Obama. Even those two groups of people agree. Fuck Joe Buck. Yeah. And when you can bring people together in these divisive times, Joe Buck 2020, that's what I said. Too political. Someone comes up to me after the show, hey man, that Joe Buck stuff, I didn't come here to get preached at. If you ask yourself during my set, is he kidding? Yes, the answer is yes, I'm kidding. It's a comedy club, I'm joking around. Politics. All right, I'll get off politics. But I will leave you with this. When it comes to this is political adjacent. You know those I voted stickers? Like you go down to the church or the public library, you vote, you get the sticker, right? And sometimes, that's fine, whatever. Some people, they put that sticker on and they get a little strut going, right? Like they did something, right? Like they won a Bronze Star in Iraq, you know, like come into work like, hey, look who's being the change. Look who's being the change they want to see in the world. Then they start sticker shaming you. Hey, I don't see your sticker. Part of the problem. It's like, all right, well, try not to break your hand, patting yourself on the back. For doing what exactly? Oh, yeah, fulfilling your civic duty. What, do you want a cookie with that? How about a gold star? How about a pat on the head? Are you a good little boy? You touched a bit of a nerve there. Whatever. Here's the whole point of this. Next time you go vote, those stickers, there's no sign that says just take one. Take them all. Take them all. I grab them by the handful. Look, here, look. I got some right here. Who wants one? You want one? There you go. Hey, there you go. Hey, we're all heroes now. How about that? I ordered those online. That's how useless those things are. If you know one of those people in your life, take that sticker. She's already got it. Good for you. Now, pipe down. My mother, ladies and gentlemen, please. Here's what you do. Take the sticker, and on a random Tuesday, just a random Tuesday, pop one on. Just pop one on. I call it going fishing, you know? And then just wait. Go into work, someone's like, oh, was there a vote today? Part of the problem, man. Gotta get woke, yo. I don't know. Sticker shaming. You're shaming. Why is it always shaming? People always rush off to the shaming. Slut shaming, that's a big one. You're slut shaming. Who's to say I'm shaming anybody? Hey, maybe I'm impressed. Right? It's like, wait a minute. You had sex with how many people this week? That's amazing. Like, you must get up very early in the morning. Like, your scheduling ability. If anything, I'm slut praising. I'm calling people over like, hey, listen to this. Tell them what you told me. I'm not in a position to shame anyone anyway. My life's a mess. I gotta start exercising or something. They say that's a good way to get your life back in order, exercising. But I don't want to join a gym. I don't want to do that. People hear that, they're like, oh, you don't want to join a gym. You must be insecure. Yeah. Of course I am. Look at me, you know what I mean? Like, that's a vulnerable position to be in. You know, I don't want strangers looking at me, sweaty and out of breath. But what's more, I don't want to be looking at sweaty and out of breath strangers. You know what I mean? Like, I like to keep the list of people I see sweaty and out of breath to a minimum. Short list, like shorter than a list of boomers going to Comic-Con. You know what I'm talking? Like, I don't want to. It's just off-putting for me. And if you enjoy the gym, good for you. It's my own insecurity talking, you know. Some guys, though, they'll hit on women at the gym. Ladies do it too, but hashtag who we kidding, right? Anyway, but I never understood that. That's a little invasive, you know. Like it's a vulnerable position. You're gonna hit on someone while they're working out. You may as well hit on them while they're taking a dump. Like there's a lot of the same faces and noises being made. It's like, hey, you want to go get a cup of coffee? She's like, you can hear through the stalls. She's got a spotter in there with her. He's like, push it, 2 more, come on. And we were doing so well without poop jokes, and there I went. I just had to squeeze one out. Contractual obligation, I'm sorry. It's a comedy show. Working out. You gotta, it's overwhelming, it's daunting, you know, there's so many different things you can do. What are you gonna do? You're gonna be a cyclist? You're gonna be a runner? You're gonna be a CrossFitter? CrossFit? I didn't know what that was. I had to look it up. I thought CrossFit sounds like it's just a bunch of angry people who are in really good shape. You know, we're crossing, we're fit, damn it. They're doing push-ups like, son of a... I tell you, if I get my hands on it, oh boy. That's not what it is at all, though. It's actually, CrossFitting basically is just working out, but extreme. Or as best as I can tell, overcomplicated. Like, you might be overthinking this one. Like, whatever happened to a pull-up bar and a jump rope? Have you never seen Rocky IV? You're overcomplicating things. You know, it's like, don't even get me started on the mud. The mud running. It's like, CrossFitting, it borders on self-harm to a certain degree. Which brings me to my next observation. The CrossFit, okay, so in the fitness world, you've got the subculture of the CrossFitters. And they remind me of, in the sex world, there's the subculture of the BDSM bondage people. You know, they like to tie each other up, slap each other around. Everybody has a good time, right? And they remind me of each other because, you know, it's not my scene, but they leave me out of it. They keep to themselves. They're consenting adults. They're not hurting anybody. I mean, well, not more than the agreed upon amount. Both groups are engaging in activities that I want to do, but they're also engaging in way too many activities that I want nothing to do with. Both groups, the BDSM and the CrossFitters, they both use familiar items, things from around the house that I've just never thought of using that way. They're like MacGyver, you know? Like tires. CrossFitters, they love the tires. They can't get enough of the tires, these people. They're flipping them over. They're throwing them around. CrossFitters will put tires on the barbells. CrossFitters will put cinder blocks on the barbells. CrossFitters will put anything on a barbell other than a damn weight. Overcomplication. And I'll tell you this. When it comes to those BDSM people, after some of the research I've been doing, I have a whole new perspective and appreciation for kitchen appliances. You seen those videos? I believe Martha Stewart would call that innovative repurposing. You know. I mean, hey, a KitchenAid countertop mixer is an expensive item. But if that's how you want to spend your money, that's none of my business. And when I say BDSM people, I don't mean that you really liked 50 Shades of Grey. And on birthdays and anniversaries, you break out the handcuffs. Oh, aren't you a scandal? I'm talking about a lifestyle. You know what I mean? People who are scheduling their work vacations around educational retreats. You know, those, like, you call them up, you're like, hey, you want to go get some dinner this weekend? Actually, we're going to St. Louis. Hey, maybe Beth and I will join you. Yeah, we're taking a seminar on how to electrocute each other's genitals. Well, see you when you get back. Got to break out the old Boy Scout manual just to relearn all of the knots. There's a safety issue at hand. You don't want to be caught in that awkward position. You got your wife strung up by one ankle to the ceiling fan. So like, Larry! Larry! He's frantically going through the manual like, what is the difference between a log's head and a sheep shank? I got a merit badge in this. Sorry, was that too provocative? I told you I was edgy. I got a lot of unpopular opinions, I tell you. For instance, here's one. I think they should teach firearms safety in schools. Yeah, yes. That'll shut a room up except for one person, apparently. As far as premises goes, this one's very divisive. People hear that and they think, oh, you want to give guns to children. No, nobody's given anything to anybody. When I was a kid, I took driver's education. No one gave me a car. You know what I mean? They gave me a skill set. Should I happen to find myself operating this piece of equipment, I got a jumping off point. I also took sex education. Guess what else nobody just gave me? But once again, just sort of an owner's manual for the equipment you might be operating, if you know what I'm talking about. A lot of curriculum crossover in all three classes. You know, a lot of emphasis on accident prevention. A lot of the same lessons, like careful where you point that thing. If anything comes out of it, just don't get it into anybody. sex education. Talk about a wasted education on me, I tell you. Yeah, it's not coming in handy, let's put it that way. I use my sex education about as much as I use algebra. I'm not really helping my cause any. I dress like an out-of-work substitute teacher. I don't know what. I've never been good with the ladies, you know. I was never the, hey, baby, kind of guy, like, hey, how you doing, you know. And I'm intimidated by assertive women. Like a few months back, I was talking to this lady in a hotel lobby bar, you know. Strangers in the night. Didn't work out. Anyway, we're just talking, you know. And we're not flirting. It's amicable, but nothing overt. And in the middle of the conversation, she stops and she's like, how big is your penis? I thought we were deciding on what appetizer to get, but okay. I was like, what did you say? You know. So then she repeated herself really slowly, like that's the problem. Like English was my second language, right? She's like, how big is your penis? It's like, yeah, that's what I thought you said, you know? Which isn't entirely true, because I didn't think she said that. Like, I know that I heard that, but in my head, I was like, no way. And that's not an answer you just want to go shouting out when the question has not been asked. Awkward moment. Are you sure that's the capital of Kentucky? Huh? What? So I told her, I was like, okay, if it's going to be like that, two can play at this game, right? I will tell you, lady. I will tell you how big, you know, because really I appreciated her forthrightness, you know. And really, why waste both of our time? You know, you got to be this high to ride the ride. I understand. People got standards. So I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll tell you. But I'm not going to tell you the length or the girth. No. That's too easy. I'm going to tell you the total volume. And then you're going to have to reverse engineer that shit like a goddamn captured Soviet sub back in the Cold War. Yeah, we're going all the way back to high school geometry, mama. You want to ride the ride? Grab a protractor, missy. That's what I say. Woo! Geometry. I don't know. Yeah, assertive women, they intimidate me, and then I'm not aggressive. You know, I don't have the moves. I was seeing this one lady, went out a handful of times, and she, like at the third or fourth night, she's like, "Hey, how come you never make a pass at me? You never make a move?" And I was like, "Oh, well, aside from my social anxiety, I don't know if you've been reading the headlines the last couple years, but I don't think I'm ever making the first move again for the rest of my life." Hey, and I'm not playing the male victim. I'm not doing that. I'm open to the conversation, but I'm not starting it. You know what I'm saying? So we talked about it. We gave it a little trial run. And we thought, ooh, we got a little something going here. We should meet up next Saturday and really see what we got. Because we figured, you know, you don't want to find out later that you're good at having sex with the person, right? You'll be like, we could have been doing this the whole time. That's because I'm getting older. You know, I don't know how much gas I have left in the tank. I can't be squandering opportunities, you know. I'm not saying I'm going to take all the opportunities. I just want to know if they're available, you know. So we thought, and we also thought, hey, you know, it'll give us a couple days to get presentable. Whatever that means to anybody. You know, it's your body, groom it how you want. I had a bit of a toenail situation that needed addressing. It was turning into a bit of an eagle talon type of thing. Didn't want to hurt the poor lady with my velociraptor toes, you know. So on one of the nights in between leading up to Saturday, she sent me a message. I remember because I was at home naring my back. You ever nair your own back, sir? It's a humbling experience. I got the bathroom mirror, I got the handheld, I got a wooden spoon from the kitchen. I'm like, I'm burning the crack of my ass. I'm like, oh no! I got the big reveal in like 2 days, you know. I gotta box her out like Kawhi Leonard. I'm like, it's like, you don't need to be going back there anyway, honey. You know, we're not doing anything back there on the first night anyway, you know. Work up to it. So the message she sent me, though, it was a picture of her boobs with a little text that said, what do you think of those? So I said, I think those are gonna look terrific. Hanging directly over my sofa in my living room. I'm gonna take them to a printer, get them blown up like mural size, the whole wall, baby. Have her over for dinner. What do you think of those, you know? I think they really brighten up the room. I'm not so much visual anyway. I'm more tactile, you know. So I just took the phone, I rubbed it all over my face. That's ridiculous. Anyway, so Saturday arrives and we meet up, you know, and it's not gonna work out. Didn't work out. Well, first of all, okay, she takes off her pants and she's wearing little girly underpants with like little hearts and duckies on there. This is a grown woman, by the way. This is an age-appropriate woman. And I'm not even saying don't wear your little girly underpants. Celebrate, cherish your inner girlish spirit. Don't ever let her go. I'm sure all of your friends say that you remind them of Amelie. Oh, if only Holly Golightly or Zooey Deschanel were even remotely tolerable. Okay, so excuse me, I think I'm just getting too old for the routine of the quirky girl, you know. Once again, like, after you've been with the guy a few times, you can wear them then. This is the first time, we're not swept away with passion, we planned on this. She's like, ooh, I bet he's gonna love having a flashback to the last time he had a bath with his sister. What are you doing? I mean, ladies, what about this? What if it was reversed, right? You're setting the scene, you got the rose petals on the bed, you got the incense going, lit some candles. He takes down his pants and no, Batman, oh! I'm wearing my underoos, I'm a grown-ass man, what do you think? Yeah, I'm 35, I weigh 235, and I'm wearing the same underwear as your 5-year-old. Are you in a puddle yet? So that was strike one. Strike two was on this guy. We begin to engage in Congress. And have you ever, I don't know how to put this. She was, this is a liberated woman. She was not squandering the opportunity. Let's put it that way. How about this? You ever go down to play like a pickup basketball game and one of the guys there clearly at least played some college ball? Like, I'm way out of my league is what I'm talking about here. Like, have you ever been in the situation like she's really putting it down and in the back of your mind you're thinking, when she gets off me, she might take my penis with her. You know what I mean? One of those. So I'm hanging on for dear life, right? And out of my dumb mouth, I say, gee whiz! Talk about a record scratch moment. She's like, what did you say? I was like, nothing. I'll grab my stuff and get out of here, I guess. So we decided maybe we're just dinner and a movie friends. I'll be the burger to her Carrie. Really? My reference to Sex and the City didn't work out 20 years after it was canceled? That's weird. So anyway, I go to the bathroom, right? And then I come back into the bedroom. Homegirl's going through my phone. Whoa. Oh, that's a violation of my privacy. Then I come to find out she's going through my phone in order to delete the pictures she sent me of her boobs. Double oh! Now I'm insulted. I'm violated and I'm insulted. I was like, you think that little of me? You think that I haven't already downloaded those pictures to my computer and sent them off to all my friends? Come on. I gotta get out of here. No, don't go. Oh, you're sweet. No, believe me, it's gonna be great. Okay, well, I have a big closer, just calm down. Well, that's a little mixed message, but okay. This last little statement, it's about sending pictures of your privates to unsuspecting people. This is mostly for the fellas, all the sexy fellas in the house. Can you maybe just like slow it down with the dick pics? Come on, man. Have you not seen the headlines? Like hashtag knock it off. Hey, now I'm talking about unsolicited. You know, I get it if you've been seeing a lady for a while Things are going pretty good. She might be the one. You don't want her to get away. Well, obviously, send her a picture of your tallywhacker. But I say, if you're gonna send a picture of your ding-dong, don't send it over the phone. Send it through the postal service. Everybody likes getting something in the mail. You know? It's kind of like, it's old-fashioned. It's sort of romantic. I mean, hey, that's how Grandpa got Grandma. You could personalize it, write a little love letter, just like Grandpa did. Dearest Elizabeth, my loved one, pines for your caress. I don't know, something like that. Spray a little cologne on there. Oh, scratch and sniff. Yeah, now it's interactive. It's like you're in the room. I mean, ladies, think about it. Wouldn't you prefer a hard copy? What? A hard copy? Yeah. Hey, babe, it's my headshot. Yeah, it's not exactly an 8x10, but it is glossy. All right, I'm Teague Hayes. I'm out of here. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the show. Hey, Clint.
Teague Hayes, everybody. Teague Hayes.